than just entertainment, music is an important medium for cultural exchange and in more recent times, a major business industry. The demands for music consumption globally has created a multi-billion-dollar industry encompassing production, distribution, publishing, live concerts, album sales, streaming, among other music-related activities. The industry is fast-pacing in Nigeria, ranking the second largest in Africa. However, the menace in the music industry is raising concerns. So on this week's edition of The Tracker, I'll be conducting you round the Nigeria music industry to glean the challenges faced by talents and proper solution. My name is Joy Pius. Welcome to the program.
I know sometimes it be like say nobody send you. That's when I did for you, my friend.
The Nigerian music industry is one of the most vibrant and rapidly growing industry in the world. Having a rich history dating over a century, Nigeria's music industry has evolved to become a symbol of Nigerian culture and a key contributor to the country's GDP. From traditional folk music to Afrobeats and hip-hop, the country's music scene has become a global sensation. The Nigerian music industry is now home to some of the world's most successful, iconic and influential artists, and its influence keeps soaring.
Baby, it's magic anytime that we're together. I make I just love you and hold you for my hand. Hold you for my hand.
The present crop of Nigerian beat makers and musicians are standing on the shoulders of people who had toiled, who had sweat, who had given their life. So it grew and it's still growing, and the growth is astounding. It's so phenomenal. Now everybody in the world knows about Afrobeat, and there's no party in the world without Afrobeat. So I would say the growth is outstanding. The growth is something that I am so proud of, and it's still growing. It's still growing. Now there's recognition from every corner of the world. That to me, that's remarkable.
We all are happy to experience in our lifetime, actually. Because it has been on for a while. I think been pioneered by legendaries like King Sunny Ade, so we've been anticipating this for long. But the only competition we had then was reggae music, Reggae went worldwide. Nigeria, the African music genre is like struggling. But to God be the glory, we're able to overcome that. And through sports, we say through sport and Nollywood. So I think Nollywood actually contributed to that. So the spotlights beam towards the sides of the world. So give God the glory. But we're still growing. We've not actually taken over yet, but lyrically, we are still lacking. Forget the fame, but lyrically, we are still lacking that substance. So we need more of that.
Before now, in the 80s to 90s, hardly would you really feel the pulse of any hip hop songs was all foreign Western songs and all that, except for some very few ones, like the Daddy Shoki, and the likes. Before them, Two-Face Idibia came in, Plantation Boys and all that. But over the years, it has grown, and we have loads of Nigerian artists that are working now, having loads of collaborations with Western artists. And that is what I would say has really made Nigerian music really grown and accepted worldwide. As a matter of fact, it's recognized, because of that, a lot of them have backed different awards.
Whatever you want, freaky for you. Show me what you're into. Oh, girl, you just blow my mind.
Nigerian artists are the bride of major international labels, with the industry also parading arrays of independent labels. This has helped to create a vibrant and diverse music scene, with internationally renowned artists such as Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy winning laurels across the globe. The industry generates over 2 billion in revenue every year, making it one of the largest music industries in the world. Its rapid growth, driven by an increase in digital streaming and downloads, which accounts for the majority of revenue generated, is projected to continue over the coming years. The industry also stands out as a massive employer of labor, with thousands of young people benefiting from its multifaceted departments. It is estimated that there are over 500 million producers, over 1,000 record labels, and over 700 radio stations currently operating in Nigeria. This indicates the scope of the industry.
That booty look like a place that told me not to go. They tell me not to go. They tell me not to go. I'm on the things we go give me I want to do.
As a major force in world music, with over 30 million monthly listeners worldwide, Nigerian music industry is a testament to the vibrancy and creativity of the young people of Nigeria and the impact they have made on the global stage. A unique blend of traditional rhythms and modern influences that has been embraced by audiences all over the world. This listener base has been growing rapidly in recent years as more people around the world continue to discover and enjoy the sounds of Nigerian music. However, behind the success stories are numerous challenges that hinders the industry's growth and potentials. Lack of access to funding poses significant challenges for artists and music industry professionals. Many talented individuals struggle to finance their recording, production, and marketing.
The challenges we face as an artist is finances, because it's not easy to say you want to stand out on your own, start hustling music. You need a lot of money. Financial problem is what every artist is going to face.
Additionally, the absence of robust royalty collection and distribution systems in Nigeria has been a long-standing challenge. This issue often results in artists not receiving proper compensation for their work.
One of the biggest record labels in Nigeria at that time was making artists do 60-40. As a matter of fact, from one point in time, they were doing 80-20. The record label was getting 80% of whatever it makes. It was a slavery deal, but the artist knows that this is the record label that can take him to to somewhere, and he signed it. I'm aware of this boxer Anthony Joshua. Recently, he was in the news within the industry because he was playing a track in the gym, and somebody said, "Whose track is that?" And he mentioned it. I don't want to mention names. That song was an old song, but it started getting streams of downloads. And we put a call through to the person who sang the song, like, when it blow, what from another. The guy said, "Guy, 1 naira is not coming to me. Everything is going to so record label." He had signed an agreement. Unlike now, when songs are being streamed out, boys are much more wiser now. The contracts are different now. That's why you can see them making more money from streams and downloads. And, record labels to get his own, but they are still so comfortable. So it's a different thing right now.
that the so-called record label owners, they just want to have everything, whatever money they're making with any artist, because the artists been signed under their record label. When they go for shows, they tend to take everything. They just give the artist who's doing the song peanut, because they're the one producing, they're the one doing everything, which is not really too fine. Well, this happens everywhere, not just in Nigeria. But then, what is happening now in Nigeria is that we're beginning to see that a lot of what is record label owners, so to say, they actually want to stampede those artists that are signed under them. They don't want them to grow. They don't want them to develop or be heard or be known more than them, because especially if the record label owner is a musician too.
A major challenge, which is also common to all endeavors, is talent's ignorance of extant codes, rights, and obligations guiding the industry.
Apart from your normal human right that you have, that is not supposed to be violated as a human being. Yeah. But when it comes to the music, other rights, we could be talking about copywriting and all of that. But for your personal music, we don't really think there is any particular laid down rules, regulations, rights on how it's supposed to be. That's why it's a creative industry. It's an industry where everybody is free enough to express themselves. Yeah. So when it comes to rights in this particular field, it's not something that is really held in high esteem and say, okay, this is what it's supposed to be. This is how it's not supposed to be done. This is how it's supposed to be done. No. If you accept my terms, you work with me. If you don't accept my terms, you bounce. That's how it's done. If
everybody's aware, if the artist is aware, this is my rights, this is what I have to do before I get signed, this is what I'm supposed to get from these royalties, the label won't have choice. We've seen cases of where artists suing record label, Brimo suing Chocolate City. We have a lot of cases like that. So I think we are getting there.
Predatory contracts are given to, because they are young people, very predatory contracts are given to them. And they are desperate. 20% 20% of 10 million is better than 100% of nothing.
70-30, 60-40.
Even that, they really go into their creative and rights and publishing and all of that, to the extent that the artist is almost like an employee. So basically, the human being now is not even considered in the contract.
If I show you my DM or my emails, you will see a lot of artists. You will know that this one goes school when you write that English finish. Bro, just help me. I know if I get to the limelight, I don't care. The contract, I don't mind. I can do this. Most artists too have their own in their body. You get a contract, they will tell you. I've never seen a label. I sound to be wrong. I've never seen a label in Nigeria. I've never said to an artist that take this contract, give it to a lawyer, give it to your parents, let them go through it. There's never one that I've never said it. But you see, my guys, you see that mentality of they will never take it to the lawyer. They will never take. Some of them will just give it to their parents. I see some that you give to that the parents will come and make record label owner and kneel down. They don't even have an idea that this is business. They are going to be ripping off your child's talent.
Education is the only way. Education is the only way. Yeah. A lot of us don't graduate, but we see they sound rubbish. The education is being educated in that business you're finding yourself in, that particular business you're doing, and as a broadcaster, try to understand the business aspect of broadcasting, not just presentation. So you must understand that business. The problem with the artists basically is that I want blow syndrome in regard of the educational background, because entertainment industry is a different ballgame. It's a different ballgame because if you don't have an entertainment lawyer to guide you through, you will sign. There are a lot of graduates, if I call them overgraduate these days, they are signing up their careers. If what they're expecting is not coming in, they start shouting. Get your mind out of a car and a house. Look at the future. It's a scourge that has been biting us for a long time. Now, how do we get out of this? Is by getting entertainment lawyers to do their job. But how do we know who's an entertainment lawyer? Because everybody's a lawyer.
I've always told those who care to know that the music industry is like any other industry, any other business, where terms and conditions apply. And for such, a person who wants to go into such business must endeavor to do what they call wide consultation, and also serious due diligence must be observed, in the sense that it is incumbent on a person who has a talent to secure it. It is incumbent on a person who intends to grow in a field or industry to be very circumspect in how he allows himself to be used, or how he portrays himself to the public, or how he sells himself to the market. So all of these are things that the law, or let me say the terms and conditions are there to regulate, guide, and ensure and secure.
If your light is shine, now I hear my wago show my cool. This matter is up. If you listen, I just want to preach. Cause we supposed to learn from the lesson where this dead they teach. Artists go they try, make them hear in voice. But people go they won't can reason how we add go pass.
Recently, a lot of revelations came up about the unsavory treatments meted on budding talents in the music industry. Most prominent among them being the case of Ilerioluwa Oladimeji, popularly known as MohBad. Allegations of threat to life, physical assaults, harassment, and manipulations are resounding against record labels towards young and vibrant talents in the industry. On the 12th of September 2023, MohBad passed away. The news of his death shook the nation, while simultaneously sparking controversies around his previous agency, Marlian Records.
At some point, we were asking that there is a need to have police guys around him and all of that, because it was not that we didn't hear that some of these things were happening. Those things that happened before the boy eventually died. That is, for me, sincerely, that is what I'm looking for. Look at all the harassment video, look at all of those things, look at all the lies, look at all the things that has happened. I have a strong feeling that whatever that is going on is deeper than what we are saying. And I will say this with all sense of humility. Guys, this industry is suffering because some wrong monies entered it. It's MohBad that we are talking about. The boy was molested, he was harassed, he was traumatized, everything that you can think. That boy was always talking. Even when he's doing a song that people are supposed to be vibing to, he was telling the world about his pain. He was telling the world about his pain. He was saying a whole lot of things.
This incident highlights the ugly parts of the industry. The issue raised questions about the troubling conditions young artists face while chasing their dreams.
It's a personal thing between them, something between the record label owners and others. So you can't put that on record labels or on contractual agreements. These are personal issues that arose between them. So I would say there are record labels and there are record labels. When Brimo had issues with Emperor Jizzy, they went to court with it. The court sorted it. Everybody always have that thing, and usually the record label complains of the artist who had nobody. They put him up, got him record deals, recording, got him, maybe an apartment, got him clothes, allowance and stuff, pushed him up, and then suddenly, after some time, the artist now realizes that he thinks the record label is taking too much percentage from him or her. That's usually the case. But where were you when you were signing the contract?
A lot of artists have already actually gone through this with a lot of record labels. So a lot of them just withdraw and they see what they can do with themselves. Wande Cole is one artist that was really doing well, but because of all this victimization, putting them under, he had to move away. If not that he's good with his music, I told you won't be hearing Wande Cole anymore. So basically, I would say that it is not right. It is not the way to build the industry. Because with this saga that is on right now, about MohBad, Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and a lot of things are still coming out, and it's all about they have the money, so they've brought everybody around MohBad. And funny enough, some of the artists that were on that label, they actually excused themselves.
Artists that just joined a record label less than maybe a year or two, suddenly you see them driving a car of 250 million. You see them staying in a house in Lekki worth 300 million. Now, that artist, in his right senses and moral sense, can that artist claim royalty over a song that has just been uploaded, which has not even earned 50 million naira? No. Now, what that has done is to buy or mortgage the right of that artist from challenging the record label. They call it promotion. Fine, because that also has a way of promoting the record label. When your artist is doing well, people begin to hear the music, and by hearing the music, they know your record label, and by knowing your record label, they hear other music that come out from your record label. It's a business. So in all of this, once that is done, that somebody has terminated the agreement and he wants to do, you have to go to a lawyer or get a mediator to look into that for you.
In 2020, MohBad signed a deal with a widely popular musician, Naira Marley, and joined his label, Marlian Records. He left after 2 years as a result of an alleged brawl between him and Naira Marley. The late musician was in viral videos lamenting threats to his life and that if he died, his former record label should be held responsible. His untimely death has consequently raised eyebrows. Fans, fellow artists and music enthusiasts had voiced their discomfort with the situation and others protesting across the country for police action. The police has since commenced investigation into his death, but regardless of the connection or otherwise of MohBad's former record label to the cause of his death, this situation shines a light on the tainted Nigerian music industry and how young talents are taken advantage of by those meant to represent them.
Yeah, let's leave MBC. Say MBC is federal. It's far from the artist. The ones that are supposed to be closer, probably P-Man. You understand? If there was a P-Man in the picture that was active and not the ones that steal and they are there sharing positions for themselves. If they're the ones that are actually the real ones, when there's a problem between a label and an artist, they should be able to have that body and run to, oh yeah, they now sit down, you artist, this is what you did wrong. Label, this is what you did wrong. Okay, this is how you do it. You do an album for this label, one more, and you guys will be done with your contract. Or artist, you know what you do. Or label, you know what you do. Give this person his catalog. This is what you should do. There should be a body that they can run to, whereby any artist that's going down can run to somebody. We don't have it.
I would advise every artist, young, upcoming artist, look out for way to be ready to work, be ready to build yourself, be ready to dig deep, do research, learn how to distribute your music, learn how to earn your royalties to yourself. Just be ready to do so much. And then anybody that is coming to look out for you, they will not come with any kind of mindset of cheating you, because they already know that you have so much knowledge to this particular thing that they want to actually do, that before they even came.
When you get signed to a record label, you are supposed to get some certain amounts of royalties. Right now, I'm not signed to a label. I'm independent. And my royalties, I see them myself. I'm able to control them for now. So, as an artist, you need to know why are you doing music? To make money. That's the primary objective for being an artist, to make money. So, you need to put an eye into the music business. It's not just about going to the studio recording. Are you making money? So, when the record label sign you, get a lawyer. Get your percentages right, your royalties, because that's what will keep you in the game. If you're not making money, you will fall off.
For an industry that generates over $2 billion in revenue every year as a massive economic force, concerted efforts must be put into checkmating the excesses, ignorance, and perceived high-handedness of operators in the sector in a bid to create a healthy atmosphere for budding music talents. That's the size of a program for this week. Join me again next week for another edition. My name is Joy Pius.